There's some more over here. There's one. Ah! I've got him! I've got him! I've got him! It'll be just like the Grand National, only with frogs instead of horses.
I reckon we should charge a penny. Except girls, they're tumbling.
It'll be the best bit of the whole fete, except my white elephants.
There's no such thing as white elephants.
Jolly well is. They're the same as grey ones, only live in cold places like polar bears. That's what makes them white, see? Well, that's snow.
Can we have free rides, William?
Only if I say so.
Why do you always have to be in charge?
Because I'm the leader. You can't go yet. We need more frogs for the race. I know, but it's chocolate eclairs for tea. Shoes, Master William! Where are they?
They're in the garden.
Frankly, Mrs. Brown, I'm peeved. The village fete is always opened by the owner of the hall. It's expected.
Poor Mama. It's simply not fair.
Well, I'm the one who should be peeved, Mrs. Brown. I always sing at the fete. I've been rehearsing for weeks. I'm Gilbert, the Filbert, the nut with a key, the pride of Piccadilly, the blasé roué.
Lovely. Oh, dear Miss Poll. Such a shame there won't be time for your songs and Mr. Lavering-Moon's speech.
I've heard about your songs, Miss Poll.
Oh, have you indeed?
Yes, they're unspeakably vulgar.
I beg your pardon?
Silly, really. They can't be unspeakable, can they? Because there you are, speaking about them. Anyway, what does vulgar mean?
You must excuse William. He gets rather muddled.
Would you like to see my frog?
No, thank you. No, I really must be going.
Little blighter. Cancel his pocket money, that's what I'd do.
I did that last week.
It wasn't fair. I only shaved the cat.
Oh, poor Tittles. He hasn't been seen since.
The cat didn't mind. It was baking hot in all that fur. It's only grown-ups that mind things. When I'm grown up, I'm not going to mind when people do things, except if they're really bad, like robbing banks and stuff.
William.
Anyway, it wasn't me who called Miss Poll names. I only said what Mother said at breakfast. It's not fair, because Miss Poll broke the teapot, not me. You should jolly well make her pay for it out of her pocket money.
That's enough, William. So, old Lavering-Moon is going to do the honours at the village fete, is he?
Yes. And his wife.
Well, I just pray he doesn't make a speech. Dreadful old windbag.
John, dear.
But you know, they do say he could be the next Prime Minister.
When I'm Prime Minister, I'm going to make it illegal to cancel people's pocket money.
When you're Prime Minister, I shall emigrate.
That's it. That's absolutely it. I can't go to another cocktail party as long as I live.
I'll put a notice in the Times.
I thought you were out for dinner.
Out? I can't ever go out again. Not in polite society anyway. And it's all William's fault.
I wasn't even there.
Whose fault is it I bought this?
You asked me which hat I liked, and I said the other one, but you bought that one instead.
Well, I wasn't going to buy the one you liked, was I? Anyway, tonight I'm at Divine Hugo Trumpers. And who should swan in but that frightful Lavinia Poplet? Wearing the same hat as me. Identical.
Well, if you will dress like a fruit salad.
The humiliation. It's social suicide.
I wear the same hat as people every day. Same as Ginger, Henry, Douglas, and everyone. And I don't mind.
That's because you're a boy. A horrid, hateful little boy. I'm taking the hat back to the shop. And I'm never going to listen to your advice again.
You didn't listen to it in the first place.
Ah, the joys of family life.
I'm related to that...
All families have their dark side, Ethel. And I'm afraid ours is darker than most.
Do they bite?
Of course not. Elephants have got trunks, not teeth. They must be here soon. It's nearly opening time.
Can you hear them?
No, but I can hear a car.
Oh, why is it always you?
I was listening for elephants.
Well, don't.
This is Lovering Moon.
Mr. Lovering Moon, dear lady, so good of you.
We haven't a great deal of time. Duty calls, you understand.
So good of you to advise us, Vicar. Is there somewhere my wife could leave her coat?
Well, allow me.
Now, you asked for a speech, so Archibald's prepared a few thoughts on free trade.
Oh, simply thrilling.
Look after that, please. What am I thinking of? Not you. You. Yes.
Yeah, mothballs.
It'll fit just nicely on the dummy. Have to be a dummy to wear this.
Now, Ethel, help me to get this stall organised.
Are they here?
Yes, that's them with the vicar.
Not them, the elephants. The white elephants.
Oh, William, what am I to do with you?
You silly Billy. There's no such thing. White elephant just means any old stuff no one wants anymore. All these useless things, see? They're all white elephants.
That's not elephants. That's rubbish.
Exactly. Now you've got it.
Well, fancy calling rubbish white elephants. If you're going to have a stall of rubbish, why not say you're going to have a stall of rubbish? Instead of calling it white elephants. Where's the sense of it? It's just a load of old broken pots and boring books. Nothing to do with elephants at all. It's a rotten swizz.
Quite finished, yeah? Good. Now, Ethel, where's this Hugo Trumper you've taken such a shine to?
He's over there. I'll show you. Look after the white elephants. There's a deer.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
Right, the frogs have got to run through the pipes. First without wins. Hey, you can't look for free. It's tuppence, so go away.
You deaf or something? Go away!
This is preposterous. Coats do not just vanish into thin air.
Afraid I gave it to boy.
Then no doubt you can get it back.
Oh dear.
Wasn't just any old coat. Belongs to the Prime Minister's wife.
He's not the Prime Minister.
No, but he's going to be the next one. Father said so. Tomorrow, probably. So he's practically Prime Minister already. And I was in charge of the stall. So if I don't get the coat back, I'll probably be locked in the Tower of London and have my head cut off or something.
Well, if you do get it back, he'll probably make you a Sir or something. Then we'll have to call you Sir William. I'm not calling him that. Look! What a cheek! Just picking up a coat without so much as by your leave. Let's follow her. Get it back.
Oh, why did it have to be Mrs. Bott? You go and ask for it. It was your stall. The vicar gave you the coat. What if Violet Elizabeth's there? She always wants to do kissing and stuff.
You're just scared.
I am not.
Prove it.
Please, it's the see? It didn't belong with the elephants, and the Prime Minister's going to be really angry. And I've already had my pocket money cancelled for shaving the cat.
Clear off, you cheeky monkey!
Excuse me, don't be cross, but Mrs. Spot's just come home and she's taken one of our white elephants.
We're not at home to Mr. Rude. Now clear off, the lot of you!
She didn't hit you half as hard as she hit me.
She did. She hit me harder. She's more in practice after hitting you.
But what about... Couldn't have been. She'd have been more tired the second time. Used up all her strength on me.
My ear's redder than yours. That proves it. And then
listen, what about...
Of course yours is redder, because you boxed my ear first, see? So mine's had time to wear off. I bet mine's redder now than yours will be when yours has had the same amount of time to wear off as mine has.
What about the coat?
It's burgling. I can't burgle something if it doesn't belong to the people who've got it. Can you? And I asked for it, didn't I? All polite and everything. If they won't give it back, I'm jolly well going to have to take it.
Great, Miss Pole. We must make our case to the vicar in good time for next year's fete. Now then, this coat.
Oh, yes. One so seldom attends funerals does seem like an awful expense to go to.
Not a close relative, I hope.
Oh, no, a cousin twice removed. Hardly family at all. But they've invited me, and one likes to show oneself appreciative of these little attentions. Not that he'll have left me a single penny, of course.
Here. It's quite new. I've only worn it once.
Most grateful, Mrs. Bott.
Glad to be of assistance in your hour of need.
Oh, most grateful.
Toodaloo.
Toot. Just the ticket, Mrs. Bott. Thank you so much.
William Brown, what are you doing? Aren't you going to say hello?
Hello, Violet Elizabeth. Goodbye, Violet Elizabeth.
Are you a burglar?
Don't be silly, I'm William.
I think you're a burglar, so I better scream for the police.
No, don't.
I can scream louder than anyone in England. I can scream and scream till I make myself sick. But I won't. On one condition.
Put it on. Boys don't do dressing up.
They do if they don't want to get in trouble with Mama.
Who's that?
Only silly Miss Poll. Mama says she can't sing for toffee. Hurry up, William. It's only a game.
I know a better one. 12, 13. I never win at hide and seek. 14, 15. I bet I'd never guess if you hid somewhere clever, like your bedroom or something. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Coming, ready or not?
William?
All we have to do is catch up with Miss Pole and get the coat off her. Where's Ginger? Wait for me! I saw the coat!
You can't have. Miss Pole's got it. Mrs. Spot's borrowed it to her.
There's another one. Mrs. Spot has... One's the Prime Minister's, though.
How do you know?
'Cause I'm the leader.
Well, it was me that the vicar gave the coat to, and I think it's the one I saw.
OK, clever clogs, you two stay and get the wrong coat, and Henry and I'll go and get the right one.
What about the frog race?
I can't do two things at once, can I?
You sound just like my dad.
William?
William Brown! William Brown!
We could run
up and grab it off her. We could see if she wants to swap it. I could give her my earwigs.
Grown-ups never want to swap things. You have to have a plan so we can get her to the fete.
What sort of plan?
Shh, I'm thinking. Come on. Afternoon, Miss Paul.
Oh, good afternoon. Oh, it's you.
Please will you come and sing at the fete? You know about the Filbert and all that?
I beg your pardon?
You're wanted at the fete.
Oh, am I indeed? Oh, they've changed their minds at the last minute and sent you with a message, have they? That's just typical, that is, isn't it? Almost rude, one might say. Well, Gertie Poll's not one to bear a grudge. Oh, dear me, no.
You will come, then?
Yes, the show must go on.
Help! I'm locked in! Help!
Not likely.
Hang on. If we rescue her, she can get us the coat.
Have you got a ladder?
How should I know? I'm a damsel in distress.
There's one. Aren't you awfully hot, Miss Pole?
I'm hot. Phew. Boiling hot. Must be about 1,000 degrees. Do you know, being hot's supposed to be really bad for you? It was in the newspaper how scientists say people sing better when they're not hot or wearing coats, especially black ones. They're the worstest ones of all, black ones. Shall I carry your coat for you, Miss Pole?
If you can't be sensible, be quiet.
It's funny. I just remembered. There was another lady at the fete wearing a coat just like yours. Exactly the same. Absolutely identity.
You mean identical?
That's it, identical.
At the fete, you say, another lady?
Yes, different lady, same coat. Identical.
Perhaps it is a trifle warm after all.
I could look after your coat if you like, Miss Pole.
Oh, thank you, William. Perhaps I'm not quite so gruesome after all. Excuse me.
I'm very cross with William. He played a trick on me, and he wouldn't play dressing up. You will, though, won't you?
Not likely.
Crumbs! I'll scream and scream and scream till I'm sick.
Hello, here we are. Paul to the rescue. My party, my party. Oh, 2 o'clock, nearly showtime. Oh, splendid.
Now we've got to find the Prime Minister.
But it's not his coat, it's his wife's.
Yes, but she's only Mrs. Prime Minister, isn't she? He's the one that counts.
And so it only remains for us to give a warm welcome to our very special guest.
Thank you so much. Now I'd like to begin with a few old favourites. Yes, can I help you? No, autographs after the performance. There's a good boy. Oh, you are a nice-looking chap, aren't you? Isn't he a nice-looking fellow? No, it isn't a double act. It's just me. Off you go. Must be very hot, mustn't he? Right, here we go again. I'm Gilbert, the Filbert, the nut with a K, the pride of Piccadilly, the blonde.
Excuse me?
My ladies, my ladies would leave their women.
Excuse me?
For me.
Oh, boy.
But the Filbert, the Colonel of the Nut. Oh,
Excuse me?
go away.
Who is responsible for this outrage?
Just typical of grown-ups. You get things back for them, they don't even notice. Too busy watching some old charwoman singing about nuts. No, fine.
Which I couldn't do if I slacked about. So I count my ties and I change my kit, and the exercise keeps me awfully fit. When
What did I tell you?
I work like
Indescribably vulgar.
go and
Well, at least we've been spared old Lovering Moon's interminable speech.
Flap your wings. 1, 2, 3. You're not playing properly.
Please, can we go home?
Violet Elizabeth! Open this door!
I'm locked in.
William said he put the key in the vase.
Open this door!
Mama, the key's in a vase. Hide.
The vase. Violet Elizabeth?
Some beastly boys locked me in.
Boys! In here?
I'm never rescuing damsels in distress again. Oh no! What? We've got our things.
Excuse me. Are these what you're looking for?
Quick!
Don't varmints!
Just make her stop.
Easier said than done, I'm afraid.
Excuse me?
Yes, not now. Shoo! She seems to be unstoppable, I'm afraid.
I have a great deal to get through here, you know.
My husband has spent quite some time preparing his speech, Vicar, and I suggest you ensure he is permitted to deliver it.
Five speeches, the
no,
ladies
Miss Bottle.
would leave their wood in the hearts. The Filbert, kernel of the nuts.
There must be someone who can stop her.
Thank you so much. Now a little bit of community singing with action, eyes and teeth. Gilbert, Gilbert.
Ammunition ready?
Ammunition ready.
Cannons ready.
Cannons ready.
Take aim. Fire.
The Filbert nut with the nut with a cane. The pride and pride of the
No, Archibald?
My speech?
Not after this debacle.
It's this one. But it has a swamp, but it isn't.
Here's your coat. It got sold by mistake. Miss Paul got it for a funeral, but I got it back. Me and Henry.
That's me. No, this is yours. Mrs. Spot had it. But we got it back when we escaped from having to be fairies, me and Douglas. That's me.
Well, but I got my coat back ages ago. The vicar's wife found it. Who are you boys, and where did you get all these coats?
I might ask you the same question, Missy. What are you doing with my coat?
Missy? Do you know who I am?
I don't care if your name is Dame Nellie Melba. I want my coat.
Mine, actually.
It is not. I lent it to Miss Paul.
How dare you!
How dare you!
Now!
People are looking.
Oh, my goodness, you're him, aren't you? So you must be... Oh, I say, I really am most dreadfully sorry. I'm Mrs. Bott from the hall.
And I'm leaving. Archibald.
What about my speech on free trade? Yeah.
William? I don't know how, but well done. You've saved us from the windbag of Westminster. If I was you, I'd make myself scarce.
What's going on?
That's what I'd like to know. Behind bother like this, there's usually one person.
William? Oh, no, I assure you, not this time.
Who burgled my house? Who locked up my darling daughter?
For hours and hours and hours.
Who scared the living daylights out of me maid?
He wouldn't even play Fairies of the Dell.
I'll tell you who. And it wasn't Father Christmas.
Oh, dear. Well, if that is so, I really am most dreadfully sorry. aren't we, dear?
Very sorry indeed.
William! William! Where are you?
William!
William!
I don't understand, grown-ups. I stopped Miss Pole from singing, just like they wanted. And some people get cross, and some people give you half a crown. And if it weren't for me, the Prime Minister's wife would never have got her coat back.
If it weren't for me, Violet Elizabeth would have been locked up forever.
Should have left her there. Then she'd have been there until she was just a skeleton.
That'll be a laugh. Oh no! What?
That was my half crown. I did not. You
Now, Glory. Now, just turn that divine little nose towards me, just a fraction. That's it. Oh, exquisite. You are, without doubt, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Might the most beautiful girl in the world have a glass of lemonade?
Your wish is my command.
Come on, Jumble. You'd think there could only be one most beautiful girl in the world, wouldn't you? Means stands to reason.
What are you babbling about?
Well, today he says it's you. Last week it was Daphne Crane.
Daphne Crane?
The most beautiful girl in the world. At least she was last week.
Oh, she was she?
That's Hilda. She's the most beautiful girl in the world the week before. Melanie, she was last month. Biddy, Jane, Letitia.
Now, lemonade with not too much sugar. You are sweet enough already. Ah. Look, Gloria, I can explain.
Explain?
I say, Gloria.
Mother! Mother! Do you think it suits me? No fighting in here! Where's my costume? William!
Mother! He's ruined my whole life.
Well, maybe that'll teach you not to be so fickle with your affections. And what about this costume? I hired it specially for the Dunwoody's party. 10 minutes with the sewing basket, you'll have it right as rain. You will still take my picture for the Hadley Bugle, won't you? When I've mended the dress.
Not with your father's camera, you won't. You know he doesn't let anyone touch it. Now,
See, now look what you've done.
that will do. Now, there we are. Menus till Wednesday. Oh, and our guest will be arriving on the 2:25 from town, so he'll be here for tea.
Right you are, Mum.
What guest?
Your father's cousin, Percy Cranthorpe. He's coming for the weekend.
Percy Cranthorpe? Well, isn't he the... Shh. But I'm right, aren't I? Percy...
It's rude keeping secrets from people, and whispering's rude too. But I don't care about your silly secret, because I've got hundreds of them, and I bet my secrets are much more interesting than some silly old father's cousin called Percy Cranthorpe. So there. What you need is a special drink to make you invisible. I haven't got time to go getting special drinks. I just need to hide so I can hear what Father says to Cranthorpe. Under the desk? No, they'd see me. Behind this chair? No, it wouldn't work. There's nowhere then. Unless I stand outside the window and listen in, like spies do. You never hear what they were saying. Come on, old Cranthorpe's due any minute.
Oh, I'm sorry to keep you, Mr. Cranthorpe. William's not always easy to find. Say how do you do, William?
How do you do, William?
I'm afraid he thinks he has a sense of humour.
I wonder, do you think that dog...
Come on, Jumble. We'll leave you two to have a nice chat.
William, I've heard a lot about you.
I haven't heard anything about you.
Really? Well, I haven't seen your father for years. You're just like him as a lad.
What, was he deaf even then?
Deaf? Oh, Podger Brown?
Well, not completely. Just quite deaf. So you have to shout very loudly. And he's very touchy about it. Doesn't like people saying anything about him being deaf.
Really?
You just have to shout and stuff.
Poor old soul.
Really, William? Old crackpot Cranthorpe? Deaf?
Well, not completely. You just have to shout very, very loud. And he doesn't like anyone mentioning it. And he shouts himself too, like deaf people do.
Oh, dear. Poor old soul.
So, I gather you've already met William?
Yes, he's quite a character.
Do you think he's the type for boarding school?
Well, that's where Clifftop comes into its own. Mens sana in corpore sano. A sound mind in a sound body. The boys are up at 6 sharp for cross-country.
Get the cobwebs out, eh?
Then it's a bracing cold shower, then straight to chapel. Lots of fresh air, that's our secret. And plenty of fresh vegetables, too. I say, Podger, I hope you don't mind my mentioning this, but I was sorry to hear about your going deaf.
Me?
Boarding school? Not likely. No outlaws, no jumble, just cold showers and nasty vegetables and millions of lessons. Well, they've got another think coming.
Now, William, what was the point of your little prank?
Are you sure it was nothing to do with trying to hear our chat, William?
Well, if it was, jolly clever. I like clever boys.
Mr. Cranthorpe's a headmaster, William.
Of a boarding school.
As you no doubt heard.
What say you, William? Shall we seek for truth in the groves of Academe?
Pardon?
Would you like to go to boarding school, William?
Suppose so.
Splendid! Now, Robert tells me you're something of a cricketer.
He is up to something. Mark my words.
He's always up to something.
Yes. But if we're going to get rid of him, we have to pull out all the stops.
See? Told you I was no good.
If at first you don't succeed. Perhaps just a little more oomph. Really am most awfully sorry.
Oh, no, don't.
You must let me pay for the damage.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Shame of it, my dear.
I have to pay for broken windows. Why shouldn't he? Just because he's the headmaster of a boring school.
You mean boarding school?
I know what I mean.
You say you want to test William's arithmetic, old boy?
Ah, yes. Now, you don't by any chance happen to have a blackboard, do you?
I think there's one up in the attic.
Yes, there is.
Yes, I'll fetch it.
You can't go clambering about in attics. You need rest.
Mother, don't fast. Anything to help my dear little brother get the education he deserves.
Charming family, Podger. One for all and all for one, eh? You must be very proud.
Yes, we are.
Just pop the answers in my room. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes.
Righto, Mr. Crackpot.
The name's Cranthorpe, as you well know.
15 minutes to get all those right. No, stupid. To get them all wrong.
Everything all right, Robert?
Oh, yes, sir. Fine. Just... Thank you. 7,760 divided by 42 equals...
Don't expect me to help. I'm hopeless at sums.
Oh, don't worry your little head about the sums. All you have to do is forge his handwriting.
I don't see why I should help you out. You won't photograph me in my fancy dress costume.
Ethel, imagine life without William. No more accidents, no more apple pie beds, no more broken windows, and no more broken hearts.
What's the first question?
Right.
Mr. Cranthorpe? Ghosts and ghouls? Haunted England? Phantom of the Night? Conquer your fear? How I overcame my fear of ghosts. No wonder they call him Crackpot. Maybe his school's got ghosts. Be worth going if it has. Except for the cold showers. And cross-country runs. And vegetables. There. Let's see what old Crackpot makes of that. Come on, Ginger.
We always are ready. Steady, boys, steady. Quite extraordinary. 19 out of 20.
Only 19?
Mrs. Brown, I think you may have something of a genius here.
Oh, well, he's always been unusual.
That's one way of putting it.
Well done, William.
Here, here, jolly good show.
What happened? Suppose I must be a genius.
William, your sister tells me you're a most talented pianist.
You don't want to believe her, honestly.
I'll be the judge of that, shall I?
Highly unconventional, of course. But then they so often are, aren't they?
There?
Musical geniuses.
Stravinsky.
Stravinsky?
Stravinsky. But it's William's own composition. So what do you make of our own dear William, Mr. Cranthorpe?
Reckon he's a cliff-top man?
Well, it's exceedingly rare to come across such an accomplished all-rounder. But I don't imagine you're good at everything, so the question is, what is your Achilles heel, young man, eh?
I had athlete's foot once. Does that count?
Not at the table, William.
Dear, dear, someone hasn't read his Iliad.
Perhaps you'd care to tell us about Achilles, Robert.
Me? Well, he was a Roman emperor.
A Greek warrior.
Yes, yes, and he had a rather gammy foot, and
I think you'd better put us out of our misery, Percy.
When Achilles was a baby, his mother held him by his heel and dipped him into the river Styx, so that he'd become invincible. So he was invulnerable except for his heel. You follow? The waters couldn't get to it. The consequence was, when his heel was wounded in battle, it was curtains for Achilles. Hence the phrase, Achilles' heel. Someone's weak spot. Find it, and you've got them where you want them.
I'm afraid you may be going over William's head, Mr. Cranthorpe.
William, in your own words, an Achilles' heel is what?
Someone's weak spot. Find it and you've got them where you want them.
Spot on.
Well, I think that's jolly interesting. In fact, that's probably the most interesting thing I've ever heard in the whole history of hearing things. It's tremendous to be learning really interesting history stuff. So thank you, Mr. Cranthorpe. Very much indeed. Oh well, way past my bedtime, I suppose. Good night, Mr. Cranthorpe. Good night, Mother, Father, Robert, Ethel. I hope you all sleep very well.
Delightful boy. Enter.
Just wanted to say good night, sir.
Someone's been moving my things about. My books, my clothes, everything.
Really? Oh no, that must mean...
What?
I'm afraid it might be the ghost.
A ghost? Here?
They say seeing her is supposed to be the beginning of the end.
William, you should be in bed.
Yes, Father. Good night, Mr. Cranthorpe.
Everything all right, Percy?
Oh, yes. Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Conquer your fears. Conquer your fears.
Mr. Cranthorpe. Everything all right? Gust of wind, rustle in the bushes. Hey presto, what ghost?
I know what I saw.
Yes. I think I do too.
You don't fool me, you little horror.
I'm sure there's a perfectly rational explanation. Perhaps it was Ethel.
At 1:30 in the morning.
Cranthorpe's rather late coming down.
I expect he's gone home early.
What a bizarre idea.
What are you up to now?
Why does everyone always think I'm up to something?
It's what's known as experience, William.
Good morning. You obviously slept well.
On the contrary, dear lady, the ghost, you know.
Ghost?
The headless lady.
Yes. Well, tea or coffee?
No, thank you. I always have my morning run on an empty stomach. I'll see you later.
He's your cousin.
Come along, William.
Do I have to?
It's only polite.
And the exercise will do you good.
We do this every morning, Cliff Top. Hello, boy. Think of that bracing going down.
Oh, Jumble, what are we going to do?
How dare you? That song means the world to me.
I wouldn't say Gloria is really the most beautiful girl in the world.
That's all you know.
But she did look quite nice this morning, I must say, for a girl.
You saw Gloria this morning.
She came to give you a message. Said to meet her at the summer house at 12 o'clock.
I don't believe you.
Yes, she said you wouldn't. And I said, I can't help that, can I? If he doesn't believe me, that even if it means not seeing the most beautiful girl in the world ever again. And she said to bring Father's camera so you can take her picture again.
I'm not allowed to use it.
I'm only telling you what she said.
But why has Robert changed his mind?
All I know is, he said to tell you that he will photograph you in your fancy dress after all, but only if you're at the summer house at 12 o'clock sharp.
I don't believe you.
I can't help that, can I? I'm not the one who wants my photograph taken. And who wants to know, who are you supposed to be exactly?
An Elizabethan lady. And I still don't believe you.
See?
But that only gives me 10 minutes to change. Honestly, men.
Having a nice nap, Mr. Cranthorpe?
Apparently not.
Oh dear.
Tell me, did you see her too last night?
No, did you?
Afraid so.
Rather you than me. They don't haunt members of the family, just visitors.
They? There's more than one?
Well, according to the last person who stayed in your room, they're Elizabethan ladies. There's the one with no head, she comes out at night. And then there's the one with a head. She was murdered at 12 o'clock on a Saturday. That's when people see her mostly.
12 noon?
Yes, she wears a funny hat and a gold dress with a long bit at the back. Luckily, I've never seen her. I should be scared stiff.
Conquer your fears. Conquer your fears. There, on the lawn. There, boy, can't you see?
No, can you?
Yes.
Where?
On the lawn, can't you see?
Not a thing, but I'm scared, Mr. Cranthorpe.
This ghost of yours, what does her coming portend?
I beg your pardon?
What happens to people who see her?
It's supposed to mean bad luck. And it means double bad luck. The one who sees her is with someone else at the time.
Double bad luck.
The one who sees her is supposed to have 7 years bad luck, but mainly through the one who's with him when he sees her. Funny, because I was with the last person who saw her too. Poor old Auntie Flora.
What became of her?
First, all her teeth fell out, then all her hair, then she got kidnapped and was never seen again.
I shall ask you one last time, William Brown. Did you see anyone on the lawn?
No.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary.
Are you all right? Can I get you anything?
Thank you, William. I'm fine. As a matter of fact, there is something.
Yes, Mr. Cranthorpe?
A railway timetable, if you'll be so kind.
Yes, Mr. Cranthorpe.
I'll leave a note for your father. Goodbye, William. It's been a most unusual weekend.
Are you or are you not going to take my picture?
I've told you. No. Now go away.
Does Father know you've borrowed his camera?
None of your business. What time do you make it?
5 past. And William said to be here at 12 o'clock sharp, and you take my photograph for the Bugle.
Well, William is in a world of his own, and you should know that by now.
Well, what are you going to photograph then?
Not what. Who? Gloria. My own glorious Gloria. She's due any minute.
Says who?
Says
William. You are in such trouble.
The lens is ruined.
I am sorry, Father, but you see, it was all William's fault.
It jolly well was not.
Did William touch the camera?
No.
Did he push Ethel into the wheelbarrow?
Well, not exactly.
Then I fail to see how it can be William's fault.
He's gone.
Who's gone?
Mr. Cranthorpe. Urgent business calls me away. No place for William at Clifftop after all. Sorry. Poor William. After all your hard work, are you very disappointed?
Well, I expect I'll get over it.
That's the ticket, old man. Chin up, eh?
It's probably all for the best. Mr. Cranthorpe was rather peculiar. How about something to cheer you up? Eh, my brave little soldier? How about some nice chocolate biscuits?
Now, do you have any idea how much this cost? It's about time you both started taking responsibility for your own actions. You can't go round blaming young William for everything, you know.
But Father, it really is so unfair. I don't know how you can blame us.